Are extremely fortunate to be able to review with you guys a beer from the Oskar Blues Brewing Company. A beautiful can with a liquid inside of it called a Gubna. I only do it like that because a very good friend of mine, and I'm sure a lot of people are like, what in the world was that? When this stuff was so hard to find, he used to make that obnoxious noise. It's called Gubna. But he used to look at it, you know, we used to get, on the East Coast before it was made in Brevard, North Carolina, and it was only made in Colorado, I've seen this in person only twice. Now that the brewery is open in Brevard, we get it on a fairly regular basis. A 4-pack is $15. It's pricey, and is absolutely awesome and worth it. So there's right then. If you don't want to watch anymore and you want to go out and find some, it is a lot more readily available on the East Coast now. It's an Imperial IPA. It is one of the best IPAs, period. Probably the best IPA I've ever had in a can. It's absolutely party in your mouth. All right, so enough of the obnoxiousness, but I'm sure I'll get a few comments off that one. But every time I see it, I think of my college roommate just doing the whole Gubna at the top of his lungs. All right, so what it is Gubna was bred from Oskar Brewery's Hankering to confront a 100-plus IBU complexity beer by pouring Cascade on top of copious amounts of Summit, then balancing it with a backbone of German dark Munich malt and rye malt. Gubna's post-fermentation dry hopping with both hops allows this monstrous, which is a great word for this beer, monstrosity, to gently coax the citrus rind and the grapefruit aroma while providing a rye malt, spicy, round middle, and a brisk, clean, bitter finish. 10% ABVs, 100-plus IBUs. Great to eat with grilled meats, saucy barbecues, etc. All right, so before I even open it, this is one of those beers, monstrosity of an IPA. It is powerful, it is potent, it is big, but it is definitely extremely well balanced with this citrus, and then they said the grapefruit aroma. But here's the kicker. It finishes brisk and clean, and it absolutely does. A lot of the beers, 100-plus IBUs, Imperial IPAs, they don't finish clean. They finish thick and sticky. Nothing wrong with that. This beer does not do that. That is why this beer, in my opinion, is so incredibly good. It drinks like a beer with an IBU of around 75 or 80. It's well over 100. It is tons of hops. And it's just got this major hoppy flavor. But look how crystal clear it is. There's nothing resinous floating around. There's no residue floating. It's got a big, powerful white head to it. And, I mean, even out here you can smell the hops coming up. But you can also smell the malt. But keep in mind, this is an Imperial IPA. So the malt only, I think, adds to the complexity. But when you can do that with all of that dark German malt, dry hopping fermentation process, throw in a little bit of fruit, and then allow it to finish clean, you have got a massive winner here. So, on the can here, it says, give the Gubna a harump harump. So, here we go. That's good. I'm telling you, this is good. It really fills your mouth at first. When you first get it in your mouth, you think, holy cow, this is going to fill my mouth with just tons of flavor, and I'm not sure if I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to literally wince to swallow it down. It hits you hard at first. You get a lot of hops, you get a lot of malt, and you get a little bit of citrus, and then all of a sudden it all just kind of mellows in your mouth, and it just slides down your palate, and oh my God, is it good. I mean, these things are dangerous. This is one of those beers that You take another sip, and it hits you again, and you go, wow, that was really, really good. I love this beer for multiple reasons. I think it's one of those beers you can have one of, and you're thrilled to death about it. Or some nights you'll have one, and it literally just said to your palate, oh my God, it was so good, I want another one, and you're more than happy to do it. They only come in 4-packs and they're $15, so the price scares a lot of people away. This is all. It's just like 1050 that they make, one of the best stouts on the market right now. If you try one and you like that class of beers, you will like it. You won't mind what the price is, and you'll probably leave a comment on somebody's website, hopefully mine, that it is something that you just can't pass up. Can you tell I'm a fan? So microbeerreviews.com rate beer between 1 and 5. This is a 5 for me. This is a must-buy. It's in my top 10 IPAs. I absolutely love this beer. I think it's one of the best IPAs on the market right now. I think it's consistent, and I am thrilled to death that they now have a brewery on the East Coast in Brevard, North Carolina, and we can pretty much get it on a regular basis. So don't let the price tag scare you. Try it. You'll like it. It is really good. I think on, I don't want to quote the website, but one of the beer rating websites gave it a decent score. I was almost floored, I guess would be the word to use, that it was as low as it was. Now, granted, it's new on that site, but you gotta give this a try. You gotta get this. It's so different than other beers because it up front is so powerful, but man, it finishes clean as all. So, all right. Leave comments on the YouTube channel on our website. I'm gonna go enjoy this beer. Follow us on Facebook and on Twitter, and we upload often. Appreciate you watching. Thank you for letting me have fun with this beer review at the beginning. If you've made it this far, I appreciate it. See you again real soon. Cheers.